Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at Gulch Mining Company, created by ShadowGod57. So, stay tuned, and let's check it out. Alright, this was sent in by one of our Discord new builders and golden patrons. Thank you so much for your support, ShadowGod. You are helping to keep the show go on, and it really means a lot to me. And he says here, "Hey Johnny, love the channel, love being a patron, and overall love playing Planet Coaster. This is my first blueprint that I made after having watched several of your coaster, ride, and park spotlights. They gave me a lot of inspiration. It is close to being a 4K blueprint, and I'm very proud to have made it. Hope it gets a coaster spotlight. Description is included in the blueprint on Steam. I know that spotlights, you typically do 2 runs for day and night. I recommend at least 1 ride at night facing the opposite direction. Thanks again." Interesting. So he wants us to face backwards. Very cool. Alright, quickly want to mention this for anyone who is a patron or thinking about becoming a patron. For anyone that's a gold or higher patron, there is a guaranteed priority pass system, and there's something that you really want to get featured that you're really proud of. You can actually send me a message telling me the name of your submission, and assuming that you've already submitted it, and I can search in the tool for either the name of it or by your creator name. I can pull it up, and I now have a box that I call Priority Pass. Anyone that asks for a certain thing to be featured, so long as it's up to a good quality, it'll get put into the Priority Pass queue. I will check that first out of the week before doing any picks. So if there's something in there, it'll definitely go straight into the week. So just something to mention there for anyone that's a patron. You can use your Priority Pass in a very notable way now, because you can, it's guaranteed to go in there. I see it, I don't forget about it. It's just a much cleaner system now. For everyone else that's a patron, I do have a filter system in my tool that allows me to filter by patrons, and I do always mix it up. So whether you've already been featured or you haven't been featured, there's still a good chance that you're going to get featured this month. So we're trying to play catch up. And as I mentioned in a previous video this week, for the rest of this month, we're featuring patrons as a big thank you to everyone that's been supporting the show, as January is very hard for YouTubers, and I've been sick. So thanks to the patrons, there is still a show. So I'm just paying it forward, showing my appreciation, featuring as many of you guys as possible. Not to worry if you're a patron and haven't been featured this month. Next month, we're going to go back to the regular schedule and do a mix, and you'll still be brought up into the mix. If there's something that you really want featured and you feel like you haven't been featured in a while, just send me that DM on Discord and we'll put it into the priority queue for you. So there you go, guys. That's my rant. This Gold Gulch mine is created by a new builder, so hopefully we can get some feedback for him in this video. However, it's looking very impressive, as you guys can see from the cinematic shots that I'm presenting off right now. It has some really good qualities to it for a new builder, and it is very impressive. So let's dive right on into it and take a closer look. Alright, so here it is, everybody, for bird's eye look. It's really cool in terms of rock formation. Love the angles of these rock clusters and how it's interwoven. I mean, it looks really professional for a new builder. Quite impressive. It's definitely one of the harder things to do in this game, is to make rock clusters look good. And I really like this teal smoke going on here. Let's take a quick peek at it at nighttime. Interesting colors. I probably would have done more of this teal lighting around this area. I definitely love this colored smog. I want to see more of it, to be honest. I think the pink is a little bit too bright for me. It doesn't really fit, but everything else looks good. Definitely. The little subtle bits of purple down here goes really well with the yellow around it and the orange. So that looks really good. I just feel like this is a little bit overkill. I would have probably put a little bit of teal lighting in there as well. Alright, very cool. Let's take a look at the ride stats and let's get on it. So we got a Canyon Runner, Mine Train Coaster, 5.15 Excitement, 4.58 Fear, and a 1.81 Nausea. There's the rest of the results if you guys want to see them. And let's dive right on into it. As mentioned, he wanted me to ride it backwards. Let's see if I can get a good backwards perspective here. think that's the best I could do. So let's start with this. Going a little crazy fast around there. A little bit whiplashy. And also at the top of the lift there's a wait time. You might want to space out your block sections. Alright, pretty good. I would have to say speed up the last lift. It's a very long, slow lift. You can definitely speed that up a little bit. And then, I don't know where it was, the first drop where it winds down around here. I would definitely get a feel for your coaster's momentum. I mean, in terms of game simulation, it's not that bad, but I think in real life that would be a little bit extreme. And to fix that, I mean, you would just have to pay attention to how fast it's coming down. It's gaining all its momentum and speed through here, and then it's dropping again. So it's just flying out of here. So really, you would have just had to bank that a little bit higher up and have your drop about here. And that's pretty much about it. Let's take a look at it from a different perspective and see how it rides. Alright, here we go. right, very nice. So I think I still stand by my feedback. Your aesthetic rock clustering looks really good. The little bits of nature and scenery and sets that you put throughout your mining operation looks really good as well. In terms of aesthetics in the front, this building feels a little bit off to me because it's facing sideways or backwards, and it's not very decorative on the front. So this is what you see when you come in, and this is just a little bit bland in the front here. I would have probably put this off to the side and interlinked it all with this main boarding station. So you could have had like a bridge coming across here of some sort with some scaffold. The people are coming underneath it, and then you have your little information kiosk right tucked off facing forward over on this side here. Just kind of picture this being facing over here, and then connect the two with some sort of bridge and scaffold. And I think that would have made it more aesthetically pleasing, this being the front with another building here. And that would have brought the composition together a little bit better, as this is kind of jutting out, giving it a little bit of a weird shape and making it less of a nice compact footprint. If it were here, it would all bring it together nicely. So in terms of aesthetics, that's what I would change. And then nighttime lighting, that pink, I would probably remove that and added some teal lighting over here. Everything else looks great. Now, you said to watch in the back seat camera. Excuse me. And I think the reason for that was the triggered events along here. You have these explosions going off. Now, I feel like the timing might be a little bit off, and we can check it out here. Yeah, see, they're a few seconds too late. Even if we're watching backwards, we're not really seeing it. So in order to make it a little bit more thrilling, you definitely have to time that, your triggered events. Now, really all you have to do is whatever trigger sets that off is pull it forward a bit. That way it starts triggering them earlier. You want the explosion to basically go off just as the back seat passes by. And that way, if you're looking backwards, you'll definitely see all these explosions going off. We didn't quite catch it in that camera view. But you do have some amazing vistas in here, and I really like this creation. Definitely has a lot of potential. Now, I think the biggest thing you have to focus on, Shadow, is your track design and momentum. It's definitely herky-jerky and gets a little bit too fast and swivels through here a little bit crazy. You had it going really nice at some points, but then it just gains too much momentum. Now, this mine train, it has a lot of weight to it. So it gets going really fast, really quickly. So when it does get to those speeds, you definitely want to bring it up again. So in the future, maybe with these kind of creations, is either have your lift hill go a little bit lower, or ease the coaster down more, or add a few brakes. There's a few options there for you, but definitely when it gets to going around these tight bends, you definitely want the coaster running a little bit more mild and a little slower. There's a couple other spots like that that I noticed inside the caves as well. But for the most part, you had a lot of good aspects here, and I think it shows a lot of potential. And I think your builds show a lot of potential for a new builder. So I'm going to take a quick peek at your workshop. You've got a few buildings. I think you have enough here, and seeing the skill put into this to be moved up from a new builder to a builder. You have 5 pretty good creations on your workshop right now, and this one has some really good artistic qualities to it. So definitely move you up to builder. So congratulations on that, and there you go. Everybody, that's going to do it for this episode of Coaster Spotlight. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos. If you would like to support the show to keep it going, you can do so by becoming a patron. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.